Hello, good people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you know, is your boy Gateson. Today, I feel the need of making a breakdown of USA 30 from my last trade that I took on USA 30. Then it ended up being the very bad trade for me. And I was feel like these things was still in my mindset. Then I stopped trading USA 30 since the 21st. I said, you know what, I won't take a trade, but I'm just going to monitor it the way it's playing. And let me try to avoid to take the trade, because if the moment I try to come back to the trade, I'm gonna try to make that revenge of saying, why did the market did this to me? Then as opposed to, let's say, to be the big money. Because if you guys remember, I made the previous video. I'm gonna make sure I put the video, the link on the description for you guys to go and watch it also, so that you can learn something from it. And the video is just here. I think if you come to my video, like this is the video, and I decide today to just to make another a story about it. Then I just don't want, like, to come back to the market with the same psychology, with the same story. Yes, it did affect me, missing this entry and the way it went to the downside. It was a big mess for me. And since my main target was for them to take out this low point as the sell side liquidity. If you want to learn more about the liquidity, yeah, just go to Michael YouTube. You're gonna see it teach about these things. But I'm gonna try to touch a bit of it, because even this one, do you see how it missed the entry? If I was expecting more to sell from here, let's say if I was trading, because I did mark the level, but I did not take any trade from it. But I'm gonna show you guys, like, if you miss the entry, what you need to do. The only thing that I'm gonna request from you guys is to make note. Try to sit in one place, make note, understand what you need to do, and then you kill it, guys. So you just have to know why you are selling and why you are buying. This is gonna be a full breakdown. Let me check, because I have the picture of where you see this is the picture. And what I was expecting. If I go to the Telegram group, you're gonna see there was also another area. Yes, see this one here. From here to here, I was expecting market to come and buy from here. I'm gonna tell you guys why I was expecting, and I'll move. Let me go first to the Telegram group, and let's see. Yo, we have so many pictures. I hope I'm gonna get my picture. Okay, this was this one. Let me try to see, because I still believe the picture has to be here, because I send it in Telegram also. Also, there was this one where I was trying to explain to people how they could get the entry and this other stuff. So I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna explain all these things. And this was my gold and whatever. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, so this is the one. Can you see, guys? So there was this one here. I was expecting for market to come back to this area, so that they can do what? They can give us a proper buy. And I was expecting market to come and buy from here. I'm going to explain also this one. And this is what ended up happening, because I was following it. Then boom, market just shift. So at the same time, I was still looking at this one. Then I was still looking at this one to see where market is gonna take for us to take the sell, the buy position. So if we go back to our stuff, if you can check, guys, remember on the previous video, because you need to watch the previous video for you to understand what happened to me on this area, and why I end up eating stop loss, then market drop all this way, and why I fell again from here, because I took another buy here, market kicked me out. I took a buy here, market kicked me out. The plan was, because market is already break this area, so I was expecting market to come somewhere, because this one was a 50% of the Asian range, if you remember. But why they're not putting the other side? Yeah, there was a 50% here. Just go watch the other video. You're gonna see there was a 50% on this place. Let me just show you guys, so that you see I'm not making up a story. What is that area? 50%. Sure, it must be here. You see, there was a 50% there. Then I was waiting for market to get here so that I can buy. then come and sell somewhere here. That was the plan. Yeah, let's come to the video now. So after market ran this liquidity, the only thing that I did, I went to H4. When I was in H4, I end up to fund this area. I say myself, let me change to move this one. So I end up funding this area and to tell myself, okay, this zone is the one that is going to hold. You see, I put, it's the one that is going to hold. But the only thing I saw also was this one. I end up seeing it late. Then I say, you know what, it is what it is. So let me just make peace with it. And if you remember, this is where there was a line that I was expecting market to come and react to it. If you check, let me show you guys somewhere here. Do you see? This is the line. I was expecting market to come and buy from here. Do you see? Market is taking over. So everything that I'm showing, let me look for something first. Let's see what happened here. Do you see? So if you can check all the levels that I did mark on the picture that I send you guys, that I show you guys, it's the one that happened because I was expecting a buy from here, market bought. I was expecting another buy from here, market bought. I was expecting another buy from here, market bought. Even if they manipulate a bit, but they still buying at the current level where I wanted. Yeah, so then what I saw was, okay, this area was the perfect zone where market could come and try to do what? Let me close this Telegram things, otherwise we're gonna have a problem here, because this is our serious talking about the crop, about the trade. Then the only thing that I saw, okay, market get here, you see, market we start buying. So when we are buying and going to the upside, what do we expect next? We need to have a zone where market is gonna hold. Since this area, it failed to come and break this low. Do you believe that this area is going to hold the price? No, I don't believe so. The only thing that I'm gonna do is for me to sell above my level. And this is what I was expecting market to come and start selling from here. But if we try to investigate more, what happened here? Why did the market not getting to where we wanted? This is what we need to see. If you can check these, whatever people they use fair value gap, and because I also does use it, I use it in my trade, and it's something that I'm putting right now in my trade because I see they play a lot. Then okay, market get it there, market fell after taking out all this liquidity. So when you see market run the buy side liquidity, what do you do next? You need now to refine your entry. This is what is going to happen. But what is this? So I went, I think, again on H2. I was trying to find a zone, but the only thing I could get was the only block, the one that was there. This was the small one. But if I wanted to use, let's say, to use the fair value gap, I could get the perfect entry. You see, from there to here, this one's supposed to be a perfect entry. But remember, I said I was not trading. I'm never gonna lie that, okay, guys, I was looking at it and I saw, then I didn't jump. No, it's not like that. I always be honest with whatever I'm doing. So the only thing that I saw right now was after I come back to the market, I understand that, okay, this area, there was a buy side liquidity and a sell side liquidity on this side. So if market run this area, market run the top, what am I gonna do? Then I think I was on M15, M30, if I'm not mistaken. M30, the only thing that I did was this one. I did like this. Okay, I said this one was the proper buy side liquidity. And this one to the downside was the sell side liquidity, because if you check, this was like a build up. They've been building liquidity in both sides. We have where people they sold here, and people they bought here. Then markets run. And the only thing that you need to pay attention to is time and price. That is one thing you need to understand. Okay, market gets at your zone where I was expecting, but check the time. Do you see the time? 9:30. So then 9:30, market did what? Market dropped more to the downside. First, they took out the buy side liquidity, and second, they took out again the sell side liquidity. But how do you take the entry? Remember, this is the risk entry that I miss. Then how do I take the next entry? If you wanna, let's say, I wanna focus on this one. How do I take the second entry? So I need to see what is market showing me. is the market really respect what I normally look before I take the trade? That is one thing I need to understand. The first thing is, okay, we break this one. You see, there was a manipulation of taking liquidity here and taking liquidity of the previous, let's say the previous day high or weekly high, because this was the first match and this one was third match. So after 2 days, they took out the high, that high. Then what do you expect next when you see something like this? After markets run the liquidity, you need to see now market show you direction that, no, I'm about to drop. This is what happened. We took the low, then market start going to the upside. So when market is going to the upside, it's not like because market is going to the upside after a significant run on liquidity, then you believe market is going to continue, because there is people that they bought here. They still believe market is going to go more to the upside. But the only thing that I saw was this one. There was this block. I end up refining it again on M5, if I'm not mistaken. I end up refining again it on M5 for me to get that zone perfectly. This is what I did. So I come to M5, then I tell myself, this is the zone that I'm going to focus on for me to take the trade. And believe me, even the way I was seeing all these things, I did not take the trade. I was just making my mind to be okay with what happened to me in US30. I saw this one was a liquidity, but my structure point was from this high to this low. This is where I'm trading. Sorry guys. The only thing that I have to do right now is to find where is liquidity. If you want to see something, check here. This is the one we call the FTR. This one was the FTR because that high failed to go to the upside to come and mitigate this area. So it already signaled that this area, this level, market is going to hold from this area. Then market drop more to the downside. So when market is dropping, what is the target? I always show you guys where is the target, what do you have to focus on. The target is for me to come and take out this low. That is my target. Why? Because this low failed to break this high. So this one became a weak low. So when I'm selling from here, my target is for me to take out this one, take out this, and my last one is going to be this one. But the only thing that you need to understand right now is, if we check clear from this area, let me use maybe this one. If we check clear from this one, you're going to see here, there was something that was very, very important. This is what we call the fair value gap. The one I've been explaining to you guys that these days I'm using also the fair value gap. And if you check the most important things, you're going to see about all this area. So when I saw all these things, all this zone here, the way market was manipulating it, remember, this is a demand area. We have liquidity where market touch and buy. We expected again market to come and react from this zone because this one was still like a strong demand area because it break structure to the upside. People expected market to come here and start buying, but they manipulate it. When they manipulate the zone, let's say when they manipulate a zone like this is your zone that you are waiting to buy. Market do something like this, then drop. The only thing that you need to wait is for market to come back to this area and you take it again from here to go more to the downside. These things happen like every single day. You're gonna see it in this breakdown I'm giving you. But if you want to say, let's say you don't know about the fair value gap, how you need to use it. But what do you see here? This is what we call a liquidity that was being created. A liquidity that was being created. Then market, sorry guys, I'm just talking low. You know, it's been long, I record a video, just bear with me. So you see this area, this is a significant low because it pushed the market, because this is where we have the original movement of market going to break all this area. So now where do we trade? We know already we are trading from this high, this swing high to this swing low. But also here, what we are doing is we are trading again from this high to this low. Then we look for inside this range, where is the liquidity? This one is a liquidity. Then after market run it, you could take another entry. This could be a perfect entry. You miss this entry, is not the end of the world. You can take this one. You can take again this one to go to the downside of it. You see. So this is what I saw from this area. Then another thing that I think I did mark was this one here, this candlestick. Do you see this one? This is also another demand area. Market did not respect, but create all this inducement. Then market come back with a compression, like one of the PA that I normally use. Compression, market compress, or phantom, whatever they call it, other people. But the only thing that we could do is we have that liquidity. We understand that we're going to take another entry from there. Then this is what end up happening. You see, market get there and market start dropping. So after that, what was happening again is we need to understand this one was been taken out. What is the next level of liquidity? If I'm selling here, the next level of liquidity is going to be this one. This is why we have the next level of liquidity. But at the same time, we have to remember about this one, the one that I mark on H. Let me show you guys. The one that I mark here was on H1. If you go to Telegram again, what is Telegram? I've already closed it. I don't want noise. Anyway, you guys saw the picture already. So we know already this is our next target. Let me just go to H1. I tell you why that zone was very important. You see this area. So then market get there and start doing what? Start buying. But the only thing that we could keep in mind, when markets open on Monday, because this was Monday, markets open with a gap. We had a gap here. This was the gap. And if you put your Asian range, you're going to see something like that. You see? We have the Asian range. The Asian range is here. But what do you see here? We have the gap. And this is what happened yesterday. Because I even sent it to the group yesterday, like, okay, check. I think it was somewhere here. But I did not take this entry. Like, I decided to take a break from USA30, not to take any entry. Then check what happened. We have liquidity here. This is the Asian range, the high of the Asian range, and the low of the Asian range. Markets run the low of the Asian range because this is the open day. Then we know we are bearish, but for us to be able to catch the movement to sell, we want to see market trade above the open price. Then what is there above the open price? We could see we have the gap. Michael teach about these things. I learned it from Michael. ICT. We know already when we have this liquidity void, market has to go and fill that liquidity. This is what you see. Market get here and fill that liquidity. But where is the target? That is one thing you need to pay attention to. Where is the liquidity? Where the liquidity is sitting? This is the liquidity where market is sitting. Do you see? Market is sitting. Or if you wanted, you could take again this entry. This is a fair value gap. You see this eye, the low of this candlestick, and the eye of this candlestick. That is a fair value gap. Price inefficiency. Or if you want, we have this block, the demand, the one that was resting there. Let me show you. This was the demand. Market did not respect it. They break, they come and trade on it. Liquidity even make this one to become more valid. Then market drop again more to the downside. So if you are taking this area, this entry, what is your target? My target is this one because this eye failed to break here. And this eye was being produced by what? Was being produced from this low. So we know already when market is coming, this is going to be our target where we have to target. Then what is make this area to become more valid? Asian range eye. We break structure. You see? Check this candlestick. It closed where? Above this one. Already it's a signal for us to say that this market is going to do what? It's going to come and hold. All this was just the confluence for you to be able to take the trade. Then this is what ended up happening yesterday. Time and price. 9:30. We are done. You see? New York, just you can say New York. Then we are done. Market drop. So crazy. 9:30 open. Then we are done. There is people that trade like this. They wait for market to open in this candlestick, then they take their entry. This is what they call the inside bar. They take this entry. Then market come to the downside. Now, check again. What happened today? The same scenario. We have the Asian range. Markets run. Come to the downside. Then, what is the target? We go up. If you wanted to take the trade, this is the right time to take the trade. Almost Frankfurt zone. Because Frankfurt opens somewhere here. When Frankfurt open, the candlestick goes up. The next one, it went to the upside. But you see already we have this one. This could be your perfect entry. You could just do something like this. You just mark this candlestick, then you wait for market to come and trade on it. Or if you want more, you can go to the low time frame and try to understand what was happening there. Again, fair value gap, you see, could take your entry from here, a perfect entry. Or if you want more precision, you can refine it as long as you want. If price can give you what you want. Do you see where the price is? It come back. You could take this entry. Still Frankfurt. Then market went. Next minute, London open. This is the London open. Then we take over. Then 3:30, it's trying now to retrace. So the plan is for them to run this area to the upside. So this is what I've been seeing on USA30. And I think if we guys see, this is all the stuff I've been explaining. Maybe I did not point out some of the stuff, but I believe I point all the stuff. I believe I point all of them, as you can check, from inducement to the point of interest, and why I was thinking of market coming above, because this 50% here I put is the 50% of this swing high to the swing low, range high and range low. Market sold above on the premium to come to the downside and hold the liquidity the way I've been explaining, and how market was been respecting all these things. So the only thing that you need to do, let's say you have a problem with a trade, the way I had the problem with this trade from here, then with these two loss. The only thing that you need to do is maybe try to stay away from the market, at least for your mindset to be okay, so that we can avoid the pain of trying to charge the market, the pain of trying to do something that is not in your plan. This is what I did. I stay away from the market for me to build myself properly, for me to understand where I went wrong, what was happening, why I did not take that trade, and why did I rush my stop loss. You see, all those kind of stuff was the things that was my question, was the things that I was asking myself. What happened? Why did I do this? What I need to do next time when I see such movement. I end up even realizing something of saying, when I take a trade, I don't have to rush, maybe let's say to move my stop loss because I want to protect my capital, something like that. So the only thing that I end up deciding is I'm just going to leave my stop loss where it is. If market is going to decide to come and take that stop loss, market is going to decide to come and take it. If market is going to decide to go my way, market is going to go my way. There is nothing that I can do for me to control the market, what market is printing. So the only thing that I need to do is react to what market is showing me. Imagine, guys, by being angry with whatever I was doing, check what I've been missing. I miss a lot of things. I miss a lot of movement. Why? Because my psychology was like, every time I look at USA30, I remember how I miss these things. Imagine, guys, how I miss these things. Let me show you from this one until this. This is 2000 pips. You see, so I did not want to get to a point where I'm start questioning myself, why? Do you see, guys? So these are the things that, like every person that you are trading, you need to make peace with it. And the only thing I end up focusing more was just, I remain only focusing with gold. I did not want to do this other stuff. Then I said to myself, you know what? I'm fine with gold. Let me just remain with gold. I took a sell from here, but I did not take a buy. After that, I did not trade. I took again another sell from here. Then I did not take another buy because it was already late for me. I'm happy with these pips I make here. As you guys know, my 50 pips, maybe someone who's holding 5,000 pips. So me, I know the money is in the lot, not in the pips. That is what I know. Money is in the lot. So I can use 50 lot. I can use 100 lot. I can use whatever, but I'm not yet there. But I know I'm going to use it very soon. So I just build my confidence. The only thing that I'm doing is, how do you make sure to get, let's say, the pips that you want daily? That is the only thing that you want. If you can manage to make the pips that you want every single day, believe me. Yes, swing also is good, because I know, let's say, if you go check my bro, EFX, is holding, I think, a buy from here, somewhere here, up until the top like this. Yeah, it depends on how people they are doing their stuff. But so far for me, I'm not yet in the swing trade, but I believe that is the only solution I have to do, is to be in the swing trade. That is the only thing I do. So sharp guys, and sorry if my voice is a bit low today. Remember, it's Tuesday, so I'm back to the market, and yeah, I'll try to make more videos and try to put things in details. Any stuff that you want, just leave it in the comments, and anything you want me to talk about, leave it in comments. Then I'm gonna make sure I provide as I can. So sharp guys, enjoy the video.